whatever we're up to. 7. Thank you.
Hi. So we were discussing how can we agree on and run a public awareness campaign on the public value of the arts. And we spent most of our time just sort of generating questions to, I guess, engage with this issue. And so the topic has kind of 3 sections. The first is like, how can we agree on, which is, I guess, one of the trickier ones. And we were kind of, we expected that some of the other groups that were dealing with communication could have some awesome ideas as well. So some of the questions that we raised in response to how can we agree on were things like, you know, who is speaking? Who are these people speaking to, and what we're trying to say. And we identified some of the strengths and problems. The strengths is that we've got, you know, enormous diversity within the arts and who are participating in the arts in different sectors. And I guess the problem is, you know, the issue of representation. Suggestions was, like, I think it's an online platform called the Citizenship Democracy something. What was it? No, anyway, something.
I don't know what it's called, but it's an online. Yes, I'm not sure what it's called, but it's an online participatory citizens democracy platform using online systems. Open democracy is pretty a good term for it, I reckon. Yeah.
Cool. Well, we're hoping like a system like that could facilitate like many people sort of contributing, but we have like, you know, a leader and like participating in a number of different topics and forums and issues, but we have like maybe a small group or maybe even just one or a few leaders and who have like the skills, resources, time and willingness to be leaders. And we're hoping that a platform like this would enable like transparency and accountability and like abundant and clear communication from like the people to the leaders for accountability and all that, but also to sort of avoid some of the problems which come with like having celebrity spokespeople and, you know, some of the issues with sort of, I guess, career activists and stuff like that. So hoping for a more democratic sort of way of organising and having leadership. So to address the second component of the topic, which is how do we run a public awareness campaign on the public value of the arts, yeah, we had some questions which were things like, you know, what is the timing of this? What are our medium and long-term objectives? And, and there was one more that I can't remember. Oh yeah, and like, you know, what is the public value of the arts? So what we sort of, our notes are a bit of a mess, hey. Yeah. So we kind of thought our campaign could have 2 kind of objectives. One is to, I guess, you know, make people aware of the public value of the arts, and by that, it's things like community building, social, cultural, and political change, the role of the arts in, you know, exploring and promoting new ideas, and, you know, connecting people with cultural heritage, preserving cultural heritage, health, well-being, like, I don't need to, you know, tell you people. But yeah, so to have a campaign that's about that, you know, and the hopes of all this is that this will lead to sort of change within the arts industry and have positive change for artists and the arts industry and for the people who enjoy art. And we're hoping that this campaign could also lead to people advocating for the art, so having like an activist component as well, and with the idea of encouraging people to go from being consumers of the arts to advocates of the arts. And I think that's a cool idea in itself, but just on reflection just now, like random brain fart, excuse me, but like this idea of arts being something that is produced and consumed is very much a Western construct, and perhaps we can find more value in the arts if we shift away from this way of valuing the arts, this way of consuming the arts and engaging with the arts. If we explore different avenues of being artists and creating more value in the arts through this decolonising artistic practice. That is basically what we discussed. Thank you.
Group 8.